Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Page Punchers, not 7-inch, but not 3 3/4 inch either, or just 3-inch. I'm not sure how big the small ones were. I say were because have they made any new ones of those? I don't think so, because they didn't sell very well. But today we're taking a look at Batman, the Animated Adventures Continue, Red Hood. And for those of you wondering, no, Red Hood did not appear, especially like this, in the 90s Batman animated series or New Adventures of Batman, because I don't think this version of Red Hood existed yet. Jason Todd was dead as a doornail, to quote the late great Charles Dickens, and I don't even think was referenced in the Bruce Timm DC animated universe. So there is that. That said, this figure is of course brought to us by the fine folks over at DC Direct and or McFarlane Toys. I'm going to tell you right now, much like the animated series stuff I've taken a look at on the channel from Target, it's been Target exclusive, it is a DC Direct / DC Collectibles reissue with better plastic quality, I might add, and quality in general. That said, he does have some weird, almost oily substance on him that makes his joints a little bit easier to move, especially compared to the last one I messed with, the Batman Beyond. I don't think he was the last video I posted of an animated figure, but he was one of the last ones I got, and he was pretty stiff. I did use a hairdryer on him, but this guy didn't need to do any of that, so that's kind of good. Hopefully he doesn't get loose, but he's going to be standing in the cabinet anyway, so does it really matter? I don't know, but with that being said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all this version of the Red Hood has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with, of course, the thing that makes him a page puncher in the first place, a comic book. They're actually pretty lengthy, too. But, kind of love seeing Bruce Timm's character designs come to life again. That's kind of like the Gargoyles comics that the creator of the series, Greg Weisman's been working on. It's like it's been resurrected in a way, and it's awesome. I love it. That said, as far as actual accessories go, not trying to sell the comic short or anything, but he does have a collectible trading card, which we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys product at this point. It's an animated style card too. It's not like your DC Multiverse style card. That said, like all the Batman animated figures, he comes with a plethora of hands too. He's got a pair of, well, an alt pair here. He's got the fist. No, that's not his hand. What happened? What are we doing here? Where's his other hand at? There it is. He's got a pair of grip hands. That's Guy Gardner's hand. The heck? And then he's got a pair of alt hands that go with the hands he's already got on him. So he's got a fist for the right side and a trigger for the left. What could that be for, I wonder? And then he also has a pair of open hands, which I want to say, are these the ones he came packaged with? I almost think they were. I can't remember, honestly. That said, he does also come with an alternate unmasked Jason Todd head, which looks really cool. I dig this look for him, but I'm never going to use that. He's always going to have the helmet. For my display, anyways. Got a Batarang. I don't know if this is Batman's and he catches it or what, but he's got it. And then, piece de resistance, he's got a gun. A non-collector edition figure from McFarlane Toys under the DC license comes with a gun. Well done, Warner Brothers. You finally stopped being a bunch of soy boy beta cucks and allowed people making characters that shoot come with their firearms. That is awesome. That said, he only comes with one, because he comes with this weird, almost purse-style holster for it. It does go in like that. And this is attached in the box, by the way, but you can't take it off. I think he looks better without it. That said, he also comes with, if the pistol wasn't enough, a freaking rocket launcher. So there you go. He's got that going for him. I don't think anything, yeah, nothing pops out. And the trigger fingers do actually fit in the trigger guards. I tested it. You gotta kind of push them in, as opposed to like pulling the finger out so it's stretched out enough so you can get it in there. You actually gotta push it in. Plug it in, plug it in. That said, he also comes with the stand with the little kind of concept art thing on the base, and the spring-loaded clip, which is off-center, I think, on purpose, so his gun holster is not in the way. I want to say it's on purpose, but I honestly don't know. It's spring-loaded, like the Batman Beyond one was, so I'm curious as to what the dealio with that is. If that's what's causing it to be off-center, or if it's done intentionally. But looking at this Red Hood, it's got like the World War II bomber jacket on. That's like perfect. Because Batman Animated Series / New Adventures was kind of set in like the 50s or 60s maybe. Compared to Superman, which was a lot more modern looking. Although Superman as a kid, that looked more like 50s or whatever. But at any rate, as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate side to side, tilt up and down a little bit, tilt side to side a tiny bit, not a ton there. Like Batman Beyond, it could look all over the place. His shoulders will pop up this far, back down. They will rotate forward and back. I will tell you, it's easier to rotate them when the arm is straight out like this, and then you can pop it in. As it stands, though, his arms could probably rotate 360 if you eat them up. He's got a single jointed elbow, rotation there, swivel hinge wrist, the wrong hand or hinge for holding stuff, but whatever. The wrong hand was that Guy Gardner one I pulled out earlier. He's got a waist twist. He's actually got a diaper going on with ball socket hips, and they will kick forward and back, out, back down. You get a little bit of thigh cut in there, which that's the first time one of these has had a thigh cut, to my knowledge. That works that well. I think the only other one that had any kind of thigh movement was the animated Batman I looked at with the Bat Cycle from the Lockup Wave. It's got a single jointed knee with a rotation there. So in case this isn't enough for you, you can use that too. So that's good. And then he has a hinge in the foot with a rocker and a swivel. So he's got ball hinge ankles, man. So he is, for an animated figure, probably the most articulated. The only thing he's really hindered in is the head. Pop that off. I can put his little Green Goblin satchel back on. You know, if the bazooka doesn't get caught in it. Stupid. There we go. Pull this up and over. And pop his head on. Yes, very excited to see if they make more characters from this line of DC Direct figures, because I didn't buy them back when they came out because I didn't know how good the plastic was going to be, because it was questionable at best before, and I think they went back to using the clear stuff later on, and that stuff just crumbles in your hands when you're trying to futz around with stuff, and I don't have time to deal with figures that break because the quality sucks. I can break stuff that's good on my own. Thank you very much. That said, Azrael Batman, please, would be sick for the next one. And Deathstroke. Even though Deathstroke was in Teen Titans, and I always kind of considered that the sister series to the Bruce Timm animated universe, because Speedy was in Justice League Unlimited and Teen Titans, and he looked the same. So I am just kind of assuming they were in the same universe. That said, before we wrap this sucker up, we bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith, right here. You can see that this is a relatively small figure. And he's dropping his mace again. also have the infamous Elephant Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone because he is not a 6-inch scale figure. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and not only am I very happy to finally own good old Red Hood, as he appeared in the Batman animated The Adventures Continue comic, but also I'm glad he came with his guns. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm also happy that we might see the Azrael Batman armor, the Deathstroke, the Batman Who Laughs, the Vampire Batman come into the DC Direct / McFarlane Toys Page Punchers line as well, because the plastic on the original versions is questionable at best. I'm not 100% sure if they were clear like the non-animated figures at the time that DC Direct was putting out, but I wasn't taking any chances with that, so I didn't buy any of them, Red Hood included. But I'm happy to tell you that the quality is solid, and I really, I say really? Well, if I didn't, really dig this figure, man. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.